We have prepared this patient now for the apnea test. As you can see on the monitor, there is no discrepancy between the respiratory rate set and what we see on the monitor is 10-10. And the blood pressure is normal, the saturation is normal, 100% saturation. We are pre-oxygenating the patient with 100% oxygen for the last 20 minutes. We have already got a ABG done, which shows sodium of 154, correct? And PO2 is also okay, so we'll go ahead. Okay, now you can go ahead. So we have a team of 2 doctors here. So we have got one person from neuroanesthesia, one person from the neurosurgery, and they will do the apnea test alternately at 6 hours interval. So that's a catheter. She will disconnect the ventilator. You please go ahead and do it. So time of disconnection, please note.
Yes, sir. 4:45.
So how much of the catheter has to be put will be decided by the length of the tube that
It
is
is
in.
fixed at 23 centimeters.
Can you show?
It's
Okay.
24 here. This will be 23 more.
23. Then, so you will go 1 centimeter more up to 24. Okay. And now you will connect it to at least 10 liters oxygen. Okay. So now in this time we have to see for any abnormal movement of the chest or of the abdomen. We have to keep looking at the monitor, look for any irregularities, any ectopics, any arrhythmias, and look at the blood pressure and saturation. So at the end of 2 minutes, we don't see any chest movement or any abdominal exertions. So prior to doing the apnea test, you have to ensure the patient is having normothermia. The temperature should be more than 96 degree Fahrenheit. He should not be hypovolemic. That means intake output should be on the positive balance, and he should not be hypotensive. The systolic blood pressure usually we keep it above 100 millimeter of mercury, and all his lab parameters should be within a normal range. We take sodium value to be less than 160, potassium value to be more than 2 milligram per liter deciliter, and serum glucose between 50 to 300 milligram percentage, and pH should be more than 7.2. So once we have seen all the criteria, we have done the brainstem reflexes which were absent in this patient, and this patient is comatose and he is having a stroke, hemorrhagic stroke, and his CT shows evidence of irreversible injury to the brain with evidence of hypoxic insult to the brainstem because of herniation. So we have put a timer out here. So one person is ready, and he is ready with the insulin syringe, and he will take the arterial blood gas at 5 minutes. At this time, you have to keep looking at the patient's chest and abdomen to see for any abnormal movement of the chest or the abdomen, which is not there in this patient.
It's 5 minutes. Aspirating sample.
Yeah, 5 minutes. So he's aspirating sample, and now we'll send in arterial blood gas, and we'll see what is the rise in the PCO2. We have to document a rise of more than 20 millimeter of mercury, or PCO2 of more than 60 before we call apnea test positive and there is no respiration. So we have the 5-minute ABG. We'll just have a look. And 5-minute ABG shows PCO2 rise of more than 20 already. So PCO2 is now 58. PO2 is 441. Okay, so we'll do the 8-minute sample and then we'll reconnect the patient to the ventilator. Okay. Already we have a rise of more than 20. We'll just document more than 60, which is very likely on the 8-minute sample, and then we will reconnect the patient to the ventilator. All right. So 8 minutes have passed. So 8 minutes, no respiration, no. Okay, apneic drive which we gave did not stimulate enough to cause any respiration. So this person we will call first apnea test positive at 8 minutes, whatever the sample comes. 100% oxygen, at least for another half an hour.
मशीन को
SME पे connect
ऑटोमेटिकली होने लगा, आप कनेक्ट कर लो।
Hold on.